how would you define value?
No question. How much of an impact can I make on your life or anyone else's life? What problems do you have or does anyone else have that I can come up creatively with a solution? I'm teaching my kids, if you learn how to problem solve, if you can solve, we live in a world of confusion. We talk about that, right?
Yep.
We live in a world of confusion with a myriad of problems. And I've taught them that if you learn how to problem solve, if you can solve for problems, you will create tremendous value. Any of the greatest inventions that ever came to light were why? Because there was a problem and someone solved for that problem. So that's what I'm like trying to teach, my kids. Focus more on what value can you create as opposed to how much money can I make in an hour. Stop trying to trade your time for money and start trying to figure out and problem solve. How can you help the next person? That's what I'm teaching my kids.
And what's other lesson that you would say you try very specific to give on them? Because I know you have a contrarian thinking for many things.
I do.
And to say it in a way, you need to fight what they hear in the outside world, and you teach it yourself. So what's one thing that you have to make this fight against what the saying is out there?
Okay, so I'll tell you this interesting exercise that I kind of do with my kids. And initially my wife rolled her eyes going like, oh gosh. And sometimes my kids will roll their eyes going, all right, here's another lesson from dad, right? But they ultimately end up appreciating it and they're like, Dad, we understand. And we appreciate that you taught us that.